Emergency all points bulletin. My brothers and sisters, listen to the data that life has put us in. Know the truth and make a stand. This is how we win. Black Americans make up 12% of the US population, but accounted for 24% of those killed by police in 2025. Of those killed were male, and the highest risk age group is 30 to 44, accounting for 41% of police-involved deaths.
Numbers don't lie, people and politicians do. My brothers and sisters, this the data. 911 operator.
What is your emergency? The data. Listen to the data. 13.7 people per million killed in New Mexico by police.
7 people per million
Killed in Wyoming by police.
99 people per million
Killed by police in Montana.
Why is that large cities have ICE agents invading their streets?
In a word, racism.
Numbers don't lie, people and politicians do. My brothers and sisters, this the data. 911 operator.
What is your emergency? The data. While the black and Asian imprisonment rate has decreased, black and Asian people are still 5 times as likely as white people to be in prison. Black Americans face imprisonment rates approximately 5 times higher than their white counterparts at year-end 2023. 33% of sentenced state or federal prisoners were black, 31% were white, 23% were Hispanic, 2% were American Indian or Alaska Native, and 1% were Asian, Native Hawaiian, or other Pacific Islander. These percentages reveal massive overrepresentation when compared to the general population demographics, where black Americans comprise approximately 13% of the total US population. Why is this a fact? It is systematic oppression at work, striping the black community of its right to vote, attacking black families at the core. Not enough data, there is more.
Numbers don't lie, people and politicians do. My brothers and sisters, this the data. 911 operator.
What is your emergency? The data. Desegregation has failed. Why? They found a workaround limiting school enrollment by neighborhood, or AKA community, making community education resourcing dependent on property value and taxes is how they put the ace to funding low-income communities. Racially segregated schools influence the distribution of educational opportunity. When students of different races enroll in separate schools, systematic differences in access to school resources and exposure to high levels of student need can emerge. Using recently available national school-level finance data, we find that typical black and Hispanic students attend schools with higher per pupil spending, but also higher proportions of low-income students and English learners than typical white students living in the same metropolitan area. Dumb it down for me, will you? Richer communities have more funding resources. In the end, it means less money for education in poorer communities of color. But wait, there is more.
Numbers don't lie, people and politicians. My brothers and sisters, the data. 911 operator.
What is your emergency? The data. My brothers understand the reasons behind the culture wars we are winning. White privilege is dying. The uneven geographic distribution of racial and ethnic populations highlights the influence of state and local policy on racial inequality. Current population demographics by race, ethnicity, and age support projections that people of color will become the collective majority by 2050. Men's educational attainment is highly stratified by race and ethnicity, with American Indian and Alaska Native, Hispanic, and black men most likely to be working class. What is feared is that this statistic will not last. Consistently higher turnout among white voters was challenged by historic black voter turnout in 2012, and to a lesser extent by historic Hispanic and Asian voter turnout in 2020.
The power in this country is shifting. Numbers don't lie, people and politicians. My brothers and sisters, this the data. 911 operator.
What is your emergency?
The data.